15 brutal truths people don't want to hear. Most people claim they want the truth, but when they hear it, they reject it. Why? Because the truth is often painful, uncomfortable, and forces us to confront realities we'd rather ignore. But here's the thing, avoiding the truth doesn't change it. It only keeps you stuck. We live in a world where people prefer comforting lies over harsh realities. They'd rather believe success is easy, that life is fair, and that everything will magically work out. But deep down, they know that's not true. The problem is, facing reality requires strength. It forces you to take responsibility for your actions, your failures, and your future. And most people aren't willing to do that. But if you want to grow, if you want to break free from the lies you've been told, then you need to hear this. Today, I'm giving you 15 brutal truths about life that most people don't want to hear. Number 1. Nobody cares about your excuses. Only results matter. People love making excuses. I didn't have the time. I wasn't given the same opportunities. It's just not fair. But here's the harsh reality. Nobody cares. The world doesn't reward effort, intention, or excuses. It rewards results. Think about it. If two people apply for the same job, one with experience and one with none, who gets hired? If two businesses launch, but only one delivers value, which one succeeds? Nobody is going to hand you success because you tried hard. The only thing that matters is what you actually achieve. So if you're still making excuses, ask yourself, is it helping you? Or is it just keeping you from the life you want? Number 2, life isn't fair, and complaining won't change that. You've heard it before, life's not fair. And yet, people still waste time complaining about it. The people who win in life aren't the ones who had the easiest start. They're the ones who stopped expecting fairness and started focusing on what they could control. Complaining might get you sympathy, but it won't change your situation. Action will. Think about it. You can't control where you were born, your genetics, or what family you come from. But you can control your mindset, your work ethic, and the decisions you make every day. That's the difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck. They accept reality and find a way to make it work. So the question is, are you going to keep waiting for life to be fair? Or are you going to take what you've got and make the best of it? Number 3, people judge you by your appearance. People love to say, looks don't matter, but that's a lie. Whether you like it or not, people judge you based on how you present yourself, your clothes, your posture, your hygiene, and even your body language. And while this might seem unfair, it's just human nature. Within seconds of meeting you, people form an opinion about your intelligence, confidence, and even success, all based on how you look. Employers, potential partners, and even strangers make snap judgments about whether they should respect, trust, or even listen to you. And once that first impression is made, it's hard to change. Let's move on. Because as much as people say otherwise, money does buy happiness. Number 4, money does buy happiness, to a certain extent. People love saying, money can't buy happiness. But that's only half true. Money may not buy fulfillment, but it absolutely buys comfort, security, and freedom, all of which contribute to happiness. Think about it. If you're struggling to pay rent, drowning in debt, or constantly stressed about bills, how happy can you really be? When your basic needs aren't met, life feels like a constant battle. But when you have money, you have choices. You can afford better healthcare, a safer neighborhood, healthier food, and experiences that enrich your life. Studies show that happiness increases with income up to a certain point. Once your financial needs are comfortably met, more money won't necessarily make you happier. But until then, financial stress is one of the biggest sources of unhappiness. The truth is, people who claim money doesn't matter are often the ones who don't have it. If you want to be happy, focus on building financial stability first. Because while money isn't everything, struggling without it makes life a lot harder than it needs to be. And here's something else to consider. Money also buys time. It gives you the freedom to focus on what truly matters instead of constantly worrying about survival. Number 5. Most friendships are temporary and based on convenience. We like to believe that friendships last forever. But the truth is, most friendships are temporary. They exist because of shared circumstances, school, work, location. And once those circumstances change, the friendships fade. Think about it. How many friends from childhood are still in your life? How many people you were once close to are now just memories? It's not because you had a falling out. It's because life moved on. People change, priorities shift, and distance grows. So don't waste time chasing friendships that have run their course. Instead, focus on the few who prove they're here to stay. Number 6. The world doesn't owe you anything. You have to earn it. A lot of people walk around feeling like they deserve success, happiness, or recognition just because they exist. But here's the reality. The world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody is going to hand you the life you want. If you want something, you have to earn it. So stop waiting for things to be handed to you. Nobody is coming to save you. The only person responsible for your success is you. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you can take control of your life. Number 7. Success is lonely, and most people won't support you. When you start chasing success, you'll notice something strange. People around you start acting differently. Some will discourage you, some will distance themselves, and some will even try to bring you down. Why? Because your growth makes them uncomfortable. True supporters will reveal themselves over time. The rest, let them go. You don't need validation. You need discipline, resilience, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when no one believes in you. Number 8. You're not special. There are millions just like you. Everyone grows up believing they're special, but the truth is, you're not. Harsh. Maybe. But understanding this is actually freeing. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution.
Being special doesn't matter if you don't put in the work. Plenty of people with your exact skill set will never succeed because they assume they're entitled to success just for existing. But those who truly stand out are the ones who prove their worth through consistent effort. Instead of believing you're special, focus on becoming valuable. The only way to separate yourself from the millions like you is to do what they won't. Outwork, outlearn, and outlast them. Number 9. Your emotions are your responsibility, not an excuse.
Bad day. Feeling unmotivated. Guess what? Life doesn't stop. Responsibilities don't disappear just because you don't feel like dealing with them. And no one is obligated to accommodate your emotions. Now, this doesn't mean you should ignore your emotions. Acknowledge them, understand them, but don't let them control your actions. The ability to keep going despite your feelings is what separates winners from everyone else. You can either be controlled by your emotions or take control over them. The choice is yours. Number 10. Hard work alone won't make you rich. Strategy matters more. People love saying, work hard and you'll be successful. But that's not true. If hard work alone guaranteed wealth, construction workers, nurses, and janitors would be millionaires. But they're not. Because hard work without strategy leads nowhere. The truth is, making money isn't about how much effort you put in. It's about what you put effort into. You can work 80 hours a week at a low-paying job and still struggle. But someone else can work half that and earn 10 times more because they understand leverage, skills, and opportunity. Wealth isn't built through sheer effort. It's built through smart decisions. So stop believing that working yourself to exhaustion will magically make you rich. Instead, focus on working smart because that's what truly separates the wealthy from everyone else. Number 11. Most people fake confidence and hide their insecurities. The people you admire, they have insecurities too. The loudest, most confident people often struggle with self-doubt behind closed doors. The truth is, confidence isn't about never feeling insecure. It's about acting despite insecurity. Instead of waiting to feel ready, take action. That's how real confidence is built. Number 12. No one is coming to save you. It's all on you. Nobody is going to fix your problems for you. You can blame your past, the system, or bad luck. But at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. If you want change, you have to create it. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you take control of your future. Number 13. Happiness isn't a constant state. It comes and goes. You won't always feel happy, and that's normal. Happiness isn't a permanent state. It's a fleeting emotion. Instead of chasing happiness, build a meaningful life. Focus on purpose, growth, and gratitude. Happiness will follow. Number 14. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive. Most people mistake movement for progress. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're achieving anything worthwhile. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Learn to prioritize, or you'll stay stuck in a cycle of meaningless work. Number 15. You will die one day, and most people will forget you. This might sound harsh, but it's freeing. Life is short, and in a few generations, most of us will be forgotten. So stop worrying about what people think and start living your life. Take risks, pursue what matters to you, and make the most of the time you have. That's it, minus 15 brutal truths most people don't want to hear. But now that you know them, what will you do with this knowledge? Accept them, use them, and start making real changes. If you found this valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more hard-hitting truths about life and success.